I naga niru. I naga niru. Ilachi azubo. Wow. Nabalumo, avufu nine tara no wanabalumo, mbiro nine muru no wanabalumo, avufu nine tara no wanabalumo. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield,
Das ist Manfred. Ein Mann, der Temperaturen trotzt, die für den Menschen bisher als unerträglich galten.
the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. Go and see, and then I'm a Rojuku. Agamaga Rojuku, Iyoya Walaru, Ikamuna Muna Gibo, Giwemeri. Agamaga Rojuku, Iyoya Walaru, Ikamuna Muna Gibo, Giwemeri. Ebuje, onye igboro kuza ya malitere kwambo, onye igboro kuza ya malitere kwambo. Biafra do, Biafra do. Nne mamuta na mugbomu soja bibi moya. Nna mamuta na mugbomu soja bibi moya. Biafra muta na mugbomu soja bibi moya. Agụwo na soja mo iwe. Nne mamuta na soja bibi moya. Nna mamuta na mugbomu soja bibi moya. Biafra muta na mugbomu soja bibi moya. Agụwo na soja mo iwe. Nne mamuta. mi bomu soja bilukoya. Nama mutana mu bomu soja bilimoya. Biafra mutana mu bomu soja bilimoya. Awutata wole mu soja o ibe. Nema mutana mi bomu soja bilimoya. Nama mutana mi bomu soja bilimoya. Biafra mutana mi bomu soja bilimoya. Aguragu mona mi soja mo ibe.
The airborne voice of Okokondem of Radio Biafra and other sincere-hearted people all over the world vociferously vented their dislike of the killing of the Biafran children. Russian and Egyptian pilots under the auspices of the Nigerian military junta continued their vicious aerial attack on Biafra, dumping powerful bombs into Biafran schools, churches, markets, refugee camps and hospitals, killing hungry and sick Biafran children. Today, we hear of Armed Forces Remembrance Day, but not even an hour is set aside to remember thousands of Biafran children who died as a result of hunger orchestrated by the blockade and as a result of bombs dropped by the fiendish Egyptian and Russian pilots fighting for the Nigerian military junta.
Yes, I'm gonna get you for summer. You will have your chef balloon on the one of my sheet. Open out one of our days. You're one of these seven. You will not go there. Only one of our room. Red Mushamotos, Nigeria Limited, okay, she will go there when I give a way. Who go a one of our I don't know for your room. Anna Fubada. She will come us. What was the matter? Only the one of the Sundara. The police room. What the she will have us at the man. Oh, one at the woman. Oh, what do you want? She not told. You said it there. Oh, our mamma. They put no one on follow. And no more. Prince College Samukamara. Yes, I'm a Nagashi. Yes, I could have our mamma. Engineer and Yachuka. Also, you will not be needed to put that. She will Henry get you people. What's the number one of Oboro? What? She ran now your money there. People one of people like me. She ran just so there's another one for you. She ran down Robbie. Because she had a move. She could try to walk from God. Women are not off and sing out. In a corner in there. You're my needle. Yes, the one was up in your way. She might be she never over here. Sherman, she was a good officer. Fully limited. She was also soon table them. Was saying that the one of the small. Sherman, she was a good deal. Biafra OAU International Limited.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, please, you don't have to talk. I know you are here. I'm beginning the broadcast already, please. I know those who are already hooked up, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, sir. I didn't know you were the one. I thought it was the other person. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I withdraw the way I spoke.
No problem, no problem.
Yes, sir.
You're in order.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, my good people of Biafra land. I say once again, good evening to you all. Those of you in Biafra land now will say good evening. And those of you in the States of America, of course, we say good afternoon, depending on the side you live. To those in Asia, we are saying good morning. To those in Western Europe, of course, we say good evening. And to the rest of the world, we say good day to you all. And welcome once again to the voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority. Coming to you live, direct, from the city of Munich, Germany. I am Ikenna Obibiagono. I am this evening your moderator. This evening we have a lot of things in common, a lot of things we are going to discuss. Things that are of common interest to you and me, to Biafrans generally. We have gathered this evening to look into all these things proper and know how to solve some of these problems. Of course, with me right now, joining from the States of America is Dr. Peter Ejirika. Of course, he was a veteran of the Biafran Army. Let me say he is a veteran of the Biafran Army, not was, please. He is a veteran of the Biafran Army, Air Force, you know. So this evening, he is joining us from the States of America to discuss all these important issues that concern you, that concern me, that concern every Biafran. Dr. Ejirika, please, you are welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And to very many others who are yet joining us, of course, Vincent Ekene is joining us from Germany. Dr. Echukwu Gemba will be joining us from London. Michael Okaha, equally from Germany. Judy Chijoke will be joining from Lagos. Chidi from Lagos. No, sorry, please, from Biafra land. Emmanuel Mwabisi also from Biafra land. Echezana Udeza will be joining from Japan. Sunday Oti, Lagos. Valentine Bogodi from Port Harcourt. Stanley Igwe from Aba, Biafra land. Uchenna Okeke from Benue State, Nigeria. And, of course, the rest of the people, Anthony Moneke, equally will be joining us from Germany here. So, these are the people on the crew and who shall be here this evening with us. Like you all know, fellow compatriots, we don't come here every day to just talk. No. We select the days we speak with you and you talk to us back. And we only come here on particular days when issues of common interest or importance comes up. For example, in the last days, getting to a week now, everybody was a witness or has been a witness to what has been happening in Lagos metropolis. That particular area, which the Yorubas claim to be their own, which the Edo people claim to be their own, which the Igbo people, of course, by talking about development, is ours 80%. Now, but be it as it may, we are not Yoruba people, we are not even Nigerians. We are rather the Igbos, we are the Biafrans. We went to Lagos and bought property. We bought land, we developed the land, we reclaimed the swampy zones, we covered the part of the ocean and built super structures. We built our markets, international markets of high standard, comparable to what you can find in the States of America and Europe and of course in Asia. We make Nigeria what it is, we make Oduduwa what it is, we make Lagos what it is, because we tell the Igbos, take it or leave it, we tell the Igbos, let me repeat with strong emphasis, we tell the Igbos there will be no Lagos. We are going to give you a lot of instances why we tell the Igbos there will be no Lagos. Now, during the 1967 to 1970 civil war, civil holocaust against my people, against our people, the Igbos wanted to vacate Lagos, to vacate Nigeria in total. We wanted to say no more one Nigeria. We were prepared to go, body and soul. But the conspiracy of the Yoruba and the Hausa oligarchy stopped us from going back to Biafra land. Reluctantly, we came back. From nowhere to somewhere. From 20 pounds to millions and trillions of naira now, we have become a people. Now we have grown and outgrown the Nigerian people. We have established ourselves, not just in Biafra land, but in every other part of Nigeria. Today, what is happening? Envy, jealousy does not want them to allow the Igbo man, the Biafran, to see the light of the day. There is a conspiracy for them to bring down every of our business, of course, to pauperize the Biafrans once again, but divine providence will say no. Because of that particular move made last week, whereby the Lagos State government, as early as 6 a.m., locked up the Lagos Trade Fair International Market belonging to the Igbos. For 3 consecutive hours, there were no businesses. Our people ran from pillar to post, got involved on roadside demonstrations protesting what they consider to be injustice. They gave warnings, they gave advice. Of course, they threatened as the case may be. They told the Lagos State government that should there be a prolongation of this particular lockdown of our businesses, there will be a situation. And they were determined. After 3 hours, the market was opened. But then it didn't end there. We are here to tell our people that insofar as the Yoruba, the Oduduwa, and the Nigerian government have started this move, what happened last week was a test run. Let me be honest with you. What happened last week was a test run, a kind of bringing out a specimen to know how it will function. They have tested the ground. They have seen our reaction. Next one, they will come. They'll be well prepared. Shall we be caught unawares? We must never be caught napping. What are we to do? From here last week, we discussed. From here last week, we called our people. From here last week, we discussed with our people that much as 80 to 70% of the property in Lagos belongs to us. That is true. Absolutely. We must not claim to be part of the Nigerian Federation. What are we going to do? Instead of the Yoruba and the Nigerian government threatening us from time to time, year in, year out. Look at Oshodi. Every time crisis at Oshodi market belongs to the Igbos, as from the market, Balogo market, My 12 market, My 2 market, what do you call it again? Toyota post stop market, everywhere. Oh my God. My people do not have rest in Lagos, which we bought, which we developed. We have always told you, the property belongs to you if you have not sold it out. But the very moment you have sold it out, it doesn't belong to you anymore. The parts of Lagos, the Igbos, the Biafrans have bought belong to us, incontestably. But the areas we have not bought do not belong to us. Then what we are saying is this, my people, let us all hear. They say east or west, home remains the best. East or west, home remains the best. Where is our home? Our home is in Biafra land. Where is our home? Our home is Igbo land. From Enugu to Oka, Oka to, of course, from Enugu State to Anambra State, Anambra to Ebonyi, Ebonyi to Abia State, Abia to Cross Rivers, from Cross Rivers to Akwa Ibom, from Akwa Ibom to Bayelsa, Bayelsa to Rivers, Rivers to Delta, Delta back to Imo State. These are Biafran territories. Don't we have places we can build our markets? We have hectares of land begging for development. We have asked our people to begin gradually and relocate our businesses. To God be the glory. A meeting was held today in Lagos, where the Igbo businessmen came to a consensus that this time around they must start relocating our businesses gradually. That was a consensus today at Lagos meeting of the Igbo businessmen and women. So, before I call on our people to put, to begin the discussion, let me welcome those who are already online with us right now. Eba Ike, of course, you're always a regular visitor to us. Ejima Hygienus, we say you are welcome. Of course, Charles Udechuku, we welcome you very, very well. Thank you very much, Ejima Hygienus. Thank you for giving us the commendation. Nadi Ben Eguchuku, we ask you, welcome. Chukwuemeka James, we welcome you. Chukwuemeka Akanono, welcome. Oke Olisebo, welcome also. Nonso Favor, welcome also. Odo Obinna, Sonny Anozie, Matthew Ibe, Peter Onoha, Chukuma Oba, Ikechukwu Anu, we welcome all of you. Of course, Nonso Favor is monitoring us right away from Asia. He is saying good morning from Asia. Good morning over there, of course, and good evening here in Western Europe, and good evening also from Biafra. Tori Opo, of course, is there. Tori Opo, we are with you. You also welcome. Weke Matthew, Chinedu Eze, Honor Clay. Michael Chukwu, we also welcome you. And then, of course, Nelson Tukora is saying, all the Hausa, Fulani, and Yorubas working in our Biafra land, oil and gas should leave immediately. That is true. If we are vacating Lagos, they should know that they must never stay back in Biafra land, tapping our oil resources. They must also go. This is what Nelson Tukora is saying. They must be prepared to go. I keep on welcoming our people as they come one after the other. So let me now move down to the States of America, where Dr. Ejika is, for him to put some words in this. Dr. Sir, you are there with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Okay, sir. Now, last week, the Lagos State government, probably in collusion with the federal government of Nigeria, made a test run on what would be the feelings of the Igbo people, Biafra, if Lagos businesses belonging to us are closed down. Now, because of the strong protest carried out by the Igbo people, not willing to relinquish their hard sweat, the market was opened. But we are getting information from insiders that what they did was just to test the ground and they will come again. Good enough, we were able to advise our people. We talked to them. We told them east or west, home remains the best. And home is in Port Harcourt, in Bayelsa or Yenegua. Every other part of Biafra land is a home. Wherever we site our market, it is a home. So this morning, a meeting of Igbo businessmen and women was held in Lagos, where they collectively agreed, mark my words, where they collectively agreed to start gradual relocation of all our businesses from Lagos to Biafra land. They are equally saying, if there is any property you can sell out, feel free, sell it, and you sell off, you are free. But we are advising our people, you can bring back your businesses, leave your property behind, because wherever your property is, it belongs to you. Any part of the world, in America, in UK, in Germany, in Asia, anywhere, wherever you bought your property, it belongs to you. Nobody will take it away from you, so far as you have the what we call C of O. So don't panic. Don't be in a panic mood selling off your properties. No, leave your properties to be in Lagos. Nobody will tamper with them except, and I repeat, except those who are our traducers, unless they want to test our result. And then we shall be prepared to give it to them overdose. But for now, no crisis, no violence. Start gradual relocation, and they have now agreed. Dr. Ejika, what advice, what do you have to say in this regard that our people have now agreed to start gradually relocating our businesses back to Biafra land? Dr. Ejika.
Yeah, thank you, Moderator Ekdorono. And how are you all doing, Biafrans all over the world? May God bless you all. We thank God that we are able to meet electronically. Discuss again an issue that is common to all of us. What I need to say, I will say it in bits. The stress being placed on Biafran businesses is a portrait or a revelation of the failure of the Nigerian Federation. Lagos is a federal territory. It belongs to nobody. When Igbos situated their property in Lagos, somebody needs to bring that out. Is Lagos still a federal territory? Or is it a Lagos state? Or a Yoruba land? That is the issue. That's the legal issue involved. Is Lagos a federal territory? Or part of Lagos state? Or part of Yoruba land? That question is at the root of all this confusion, of all these struggles. So that question needs to be asked. And who needs to ask? Igbo businessmen. They should get a lawyer and pose the question to Nigerian government.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
When this thing happened, we carried out some investigations, and the investigations revealed that federal government of Nigeria, not Lagos state government, federal government of Nigeria gave out that particular place to the Igbo people on lease for 90 or 99 years. And out of these 90 years, only 20 years gone, remaining 70 years. So this is what the investigation revealed. Except they will not go back to court to revoke that thing. But right now, we are told federal government gave it out to the Igbos on lease for 90 years. Only 20 years gone. Go on, Sam.
Okay, thank you. It needs to be made public. Question needs to be asked by the legal counsel of the businessmen. And then the federal government will respond. And their response needs to be made public. Then the other issue, that is the first thing that we need to do. Whatever the position of the federal government is about these squabbles, about these wranglings, it needs to be made public. The question is Lagos State the practice in dispute? Is it part of a federal territory? Or is it part of Lagos State? Or part of Yoruba land? That question needs to be answered. Then let's leave that aside. There is something that happened to Igbo land, happened in Igbo land since 1970. And I applaud the people, the citizens of that place. They took a decision themselves. They didn't politicize it. And they lived by that decision and maintained it. That is the Nnewi people. All the Nnewi businessmen are in the Nnewi ancestral line. All their businesses are in Nnewi. So the rest of Igbo land needs to copy from Nnewi. Any big business, that's why you have something motors in Nnewi land.
Innocent motors, yes. Innocent
motors in Nnewi land and not in Ajegule or Kamfara Sharia town. So we need to copy from our kindreds of Nnewi origin. But how do we copy them? They were able to do this on their own without fanfare, without much problems and meetings. So how do we copy them? The first thing we need to do is to see, has there been any people, any other people in any part of the world that suffered the same thing that Biafrans are suffering in Nigeria today? Yes. When I came to America, Black Americans were suffering the same thing. Then they used what we call the economics of rehabilitation, economics of rehabilitation. So we need to form the economics of rehabilitation starts by forming a body of people with economics background. Either you work as an economics manager, or you work for an economics firm, or that you studied rehabilitation economics in the university. Then all these folks will come together and design a rehabilitation program. Remember, if you tell people in Lagos, hey, come back to Igbo land, bring their business, they can come back today and they will want to go back tomorrow because it was not planned.
Yeah, so one thing again is this, sir. Much as Lagos, Nigeria, much as the capital of Nigeria has moved from Lagos to Abuja, Lagos still remains a federal project. We have the seaport there, federal government controls it, or the seaports rather. We have the airport there, federal government controls it. We have the borders there, federal government controls all these places. And some multinational companies are under the federal government supervision. So, if all these assets have not been given out to the states, to Lagos in particular, why then must Lagos State be thinking of taking possession of this particular place where the Igbos have their businesses? This is what we are saying. And some people are contending that if Lagos State should think of that, and if in the long run federal government should begin to support them, invariably we are going to tell federal government to begin to have up anything in Port Harcourt, even from the oil industries. This is our people's contention, sir.
Yeah, thank you. What you are saying is, we are saying the same thing, but in different ways. The question you are asking, you can't ask it, I can ask it. The only person that can ask it is a legal counsel, a lawyer that represents the interests of the business people of Igbo land, of Eastern Nigeria. So they need to hire a lawyer, not just hire any kind of lawyer, a lawyer that has dealt with this kind of issue before. And then have that lawyer to pose the question to federal government. The property that we are talking about, does it belong to the Federation of Nigeria, or is it to Lagos State, or is it to Yoruba land? It's a very far-reaching question. The issue is that Nigeria has not been able to define what is a federal territory. That is the major issue. And you know, Nigeria copied British Constitution. The military man who gave the 1999 Constitution, he just copied the Constitution. He didn't know what he was copying. So that is the question. The question is, the land that we are talking about, is it a portion of federal territory? Or is it a portion of Lagos State government? Or is it a portion of Yoruba land?
Yes, we had is a portion belonging to federal government of Nigeria that gave it out on lease to the Biafrans, to the Igbos. Now, what we are saying again, it is a matter of time it will expire. We know that if not in our lifetime, but in the time of our children and our children's children, and for the fact that we wouldn't like them to experience the same ugly trend. We are saying now, our people have decided, while leaving their investments, properties there, they have decided now to start a gradual relocation of their businesses.
That is part two. Yes, that is part two of the problem.
Yes. So
go ahead,
so that is to say that you are now in support of our people to begin a gradual relocation of their businesses, sir?
First, you have a program. We don't have a program. If you think you can just pull somebody from there and dump him in Eastern Nigeria, it would only work. It would have a very short-lived lifespan. You will send them to Eastern Nigeria, but when they get there, they are not able to feed their families, not able to make money. They will come back to Lagos.
No, sir.
So what I'm saying, let us do it like enlightened people. Let us first have a program in place. Then after the program, then we implement the program. the implementation will be getting Igbo businesses and Igbo men from Lagos and transferring them to Eastern Nigeria. Now, where in Eastern Nigeria are you going to transfer them? Is it Aba? Is it Enugu? Is it Onitsha?
Yeah, sir. But sir, for all I know, we have places. After all, this international trade fair complex we're talking about now is only it's just a mere portion in Lagos State. And I believe we have hectares of land anywhere in Biafra land that can conveniently accommodate these people. Even if we are going to relocate all the businesses in Lagos, we have places that can accommodate us. I quite consent to that. Let us begin a gradual relocation. It might not be easy, but we have to make the sacrifice. That is true.
Yeah,
it might not be easy. We have to make the sacrifice. Because if we continue, if we start thinking of the difficulties, before us, we're not going to make any headway. That is true.
I agree with you, but it has to be planned.
Exactly. Yes.
It has to be planned.
Yeah.
It's not just go and tell people at Lagos, come back to Eastern Nigeria.
No, sir, I agree with you. The relocation planning is part of the relocation agenda. Planning is part of the relocation agenda.
And then we should take whatever we can learn from the Nnewi case. And then also ask them what are the problems that they run into. And then with that would enhance our skills and help us to do a smooth, free rehabilitation. So, do we want them back? Yes. Remember, most of you might be young. Remember, Calabar was the first capital of Nigeria. It was some politics that took away the capital from Calabar to Lagos.
That is true.
So, when we are talking about rehabilitation, the rehabilitation could take place in Calabar, could take place in Port Harcourt, could take place in Aba, could take place in Onitsha, could take place in Itigidi.
Yes.
So all of these places are part of Eastern Nigeria.
Yes, and
we are all together in this struggle.
And one thing again we have to bear in mind is that even the place, the expanse of land occupied or covered by Innocent Motors is bigger, 1,000 times bigger than all these markets put together. So why can't we do it? It will involve planning. It will involve planning.
That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
If you want to do this thing, first you have to plan it.
Exactly.
And after the planning, let me give you one example. In 1986, we had unemployment in the United States. There were massive unemployment for petroleum engineers. Nobody wanted anybody with petroleum engineering certificate. So the question was put and discussed in graduate schools across America. Then somebody came up with the idea, why not we have everybody graduating in petroleum engineering to change their major and graduate in computer science. So most schools decided not to graduate anybody in petroleum engineering in 1986 and 1987 and have them do 2-year additional course in computer programming. Do you know what? Since then, we have not had any unemployment, whether in computer programming or in petroleum engineering. So that problem was solved there and then. How was it solved? Because people put their heads and brains together and plan something. So we need to copy that. We need to plan.
Exactly.
And plan. We are going to come out laughing. We are going to come out being the best at it.
Exactly.
So what we need to do is plan. So the first thing now is to call all our rehabilitation economists and anybody who has worked for an economics company, for all of them to come together. Somebody to bring all of them together. It could be coming together online. You don't need to come together physically and then hold a meeting. and come up with a program of rehabilitation.
Exactly.
It's a good idea to return everybody to Igbo land and not exploiting them in Lagos.
Exactly.
Because this is the beginning of something.
Yes, sir. And you know, sir, and that is true. When you talked about planning, I quite agree with you, because it's not something, much as we are going to do it, but it's not something it's not going to be a fire brigade approach. There will be a thorough planning, gradual relocation to make sure that nobody suffers want in the process.
Yes.
And then they are going to think of when the markets are located anywhere or sited, accessibility will matter a lot. Accessibility. And apart from that, it's not a question of just relocating, but they are equally going to put pressure on our legislators, like we're going to discuss, to make sure that all Calabar, Port Harcourt, Warri, Onitsha ports are functioning, so that all their importations will be diverted to all these areas, as not to leave them in Lagos, and at the end of the day, they will be paying higher tariff before they bring out their goods. These are some of their planning, some of the measures they are going to adopt to make sure that everything work out fine. Let me welcome, before we proceed, sir, the presence of Pat Peters, of course, has always been a thorn of the flesh. Is here with us this evening. Kenneth Wekude, you are saying our God is a supernatural being, and I don't know what I will use to thank him for giving us someone like Chief Dr. Afuwazika, of course, to come and liberate us from this cage. Of course, we so much appreciate Chief Dr. Afuwazika for making it possible for us to use this particular platform to discuss with our people. We also welcome Ugu Benjamin, Chibuzo Wampo, Friday Morris, of course, Godfrey Chibiowa, Chimeruche Okoricha, Okochi Uchen, of course, is there. Anthony Kenechukwu Chibike Abuoke, Chibuzo Keke equally is there. And Charleston Okafor is saying the caller is making sense, in that he is making the point that relocating back to East without the infrastructural support like a functional seaport and an international airport would make it hard. I totally agree with the caller in that we need to take adequate plans of implementation. Thank you so much. Exactly. Dr. Chika, you heard him? Yeah, somebody is really commending what he said. He quite agrees with you that anything we are making without the proper planning is going to boomerang. So that we're going to take care of other infrastructures to make sure that when we start, we have started. Airports must be functioning, seaports must be functioning, and we make sure we maintain our borders equally. So this is what Charleston Okafor is saying. And we thank you so much for making this wonderful contribution. Charles, thank you so much. Of course,
thank you.
Yeah, Chinedu as a worker equally is there. So this is what we are saying. Let me welcome Jude Chijoke in Lagos. Jude, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And let me also welcome Uchenna Okeke in Makode. Uchenna, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Dorako.
Yeah, Jude, you are in Lagos right now, I suppose. Let me not say I suppose, I believe. Now, this morning, I got information from Lagos that Igbos within the Aspamda Trade Fair Complex, that's the international market, held a meeting today. And in that meeting, they all agreed that there will be a gradual relocation of Igbo businesses back in Biafra land. Some were suggesting that those who have properties to sell should start now, but we are advising them is no need selling off their property, because when this news came, I contacted the seat of power Owerri to seek advice. So His Excellency advised that we should tell our people to gradually start the relocation of their businesses while leaving their houses or whatever, not to sell them off. They still belong to our people, just like it is done in any other nation. Judy Chijoke, you're in Lagos. Are you aware of such meeting held by our traders today where such decision was reached? Jude, over to you.
Yeah, thank you once again, Ikenna. Well, from report that was able to got to me so far. Actually, there was a meeting, but such a meeting has been long overdue. We have been looking forward for a time, like this. So first of all, I would just say I thank God that such a meeting is holding for the first time. I believe that there will be more meetings. There will be more consecutive meetings before we'll be able to iron out, meaningful something. Because so far, I'm still yet to get the main, communique, the main things that was reached. But the joy is all simple that the movement have just, begun.
Exactly.
I believe a wide consultation will be done. Dr. Ejirika have, stated, because we will need our best men and women, our best brains to be, their hands must definitely be on deck. Most especially our senators and our House of Rep members and governors, because it's going to be a collective something. It's not going to be an individual or just businessman. Because when we talk of location, we talk of general, of Igbo, of general, total, the formal Eastern Legion in general. Because the way that we are being treated, most especially in
okay, Judo, hold on, please, hold on. There was something you said, there was such a meeting and it's long overdue, but you have not gotten the proper details. Let us listen to this before you continue. Just hold on.
Nah, therefore I don't know, because if I feel good now, Nanda do serious. Even now, when
let me start from the beginning.
Sorry, let
me start from the beginning. Okay.
I had a lesbian meeting tata na trade fair, auto pass. We declare na oyamari phone when get tired sewa. Na therefore I don't know, because if I feel good now, Nanda do serious. Even now, when neje kwa call to tata. Mekuga ide kwa call to not April, has not 4th April. So nyake chawe but I say na no ku aduna serious. Na mbo na onye nwere ife onwe na ji nwere sewe na taa ugbo akwa afa mmadụ ka ọ wee mara ife nwere ya bido nwaanyị megono lesesewe ka agbada aba anyị so ado anyị nọtụkwara aka na the meeting o so anyị nọjara onye ọ na-ekwekọrịta ma ndị lụgasị praza onye mara ife onwe na Lagos na ji nwanyị lewe na-ekwu okwu elu afịa na ụfọdụ na-asị n'Enugu steeti ụfọdụ na-asị na Anambra. So I know the meeting. The ekwekọrịta na-akpọkwa meeting ọzọ before one hour. Onye mara ife onwere from now on ya lesịsịwe. I know meeting by end of this month. I know chakwa na ya akpọkwa ka esi we me.
Yeah, okay, listen to this again. What a complaint made by a Biafran also from Asia. Let us listen.
Hello, where is it? Ọ ka mma etu onye ọbụla na-afụ ya ikwuwe na-asị na-ego ka ijuru eji wee kpọnwụ ana ma ọlụ ya na Lagos, mana ọ ka mma ihe anaghị eme kwa ịvọ trade fair ị na-ekwu Ojukwu kwuru ndị ata na fil na Ojukwu amara ihe ọ na-ekwu. Very stupid people ndị ala otu fachelu na o nwere ebe gọvanọ this new gọvanọ Lagos steeti gwara m ya akpoje ndị Igbo ọ dị ka side Badagry ka ọ dị ka side Cameroon mmiri dị I just ekpochikwu ebe a ka ma lụọ ndị egwu na-amara ihe ya ka ma ọnkọ na Abuja were 250 million wee kpochie ebe nwazụ ekpochiri na ebe nwazụ n'obi isogbu ka ọ na-ebe na Abuja mana the stupid man ụzọ bedni o si aba mbuze na ka ọ na-aga ụzọ isi ka o si na court were abata 250 million wee chọba eluigwe n'ụwa ka a na-ekpochiri ihe nke a ekpochi ka ọ wee hụ na ịlụrụ ụlọ n'ibi na Abuja nonsense. So how come my na-eme abụrụ nke ndị mmadụ na-agba agbochikwa anya niile dị na Lagos ante dị na-ekwogharị agbaje ebe Abuja elu eji edevelop Obasanjo kwuru ekwu na ọ bụrụ hidden something na before Nigeria divide ya na anyị eme sure na Lagos will have the most economic in Africa and they have done it. Ibe dị na ndị Igbo na-alụgheri ebe a na-alụgherichere ebe a niile lụcha that plate. My brother, achọrọ m iti na-ewute m mana I have to say it onye ọla ya like ya gwelu ndị ala otu Hello, we only took some of the foolish people in that number of what so to that thing. Because I'm the particular people who never carry that thing. Allow to. Jalu to channel in the Lagos. Fire, over Lagos, okay, to all the costs, I don't know, so canal, about canal, I'm about to put you that place, I develop all in the Lagos. Nonsense. I'm going to ask you to try no channel. What did you develop?
Okay, now you had him, and that is a warning. So what? Of course, they have spoken. And I said before, I'm not sure, but I was up by Dagri, I was a Kuturo, Haga Ushnaja. I said, I was a Kurudu, Chamberlain, Haga Ushma. Nandin Zuzu, Haga Kuba, Ushma, Hamini, Ushme, House Shaya, at that house on Din Zuzu. Even a community that is called Omaka is doing something now, where all their men and women are bringing back their businesses, gradually developing that community called Omaka. So, Judy Chijoke, you heard what they said, the two persons. Take it up from there.
Yeah, thank you again. Well, with what I've heard, I think it's not the first time, but you know, the joy is just that our people have started speaking up. You know, it's like a movement. Let's just say the movement have just begun. Just like the way we launched, when they launched the freedom for the bim-massob in 1999, you know, our people now, you know, woke up and start knowing that their rights, you know, start protesting and fighting for their rights. Well, this particular one now, you know, is a federal government of Nigeria. It's a strategy that they used in keeping. They used this strategy was brought by the federal government of Nigeria. They used it in keeping our people in other parts of the country to make sure that the country is one. So the strategies are very, very simple. You know, it has to do with the seaport, international, you know, airline and the road, the boat train and the other what have you. So we won't want to make mistake, like I will always say. That is the reason why I said I thank God that the movement have just begun, and it started from a place where we will see over 90% of our people, should I say 90 or 99% of our people, you know, there are the people that does business in that particular trade fair. So that is a very big, a large crowd of people, you know, which you cannot actually shortchange or, you know, or run over at the same time. So if they can be able to gather and, you know, make such kind of community, I think it will apply to other parts of, you know, areas in Lagos, because once trade fair has been threatened and they are no longer secured, and then whatever that they are doing now presently shows that this is just all about meeting and meeting and meeting. With time, we are going to definitely look elsewhere. So I thank God that, that the movement has begun. But at the same time, I believe that our senators, most especially the new senators that we have been just elected.
Yeah, Jude, we are going there. Jude, we shall come to that. We shall come to that. Thank you, really. We shall come to that when we are going to
at the same time, sorry, yes. Let me just round up. You know that to show you how wicked this government, most especially the federal government and the state government of Lagos, they knew all this while that they want to roll out such a plan, and they waited after the election. That is to show you that they knew what they were up to. They knew their plans, so they waited after the election to ensure that they are back, so they will not, you know, carry out whatever they have. So it is a very deceit. I see it as a deceit. You know, what is the point? I don't know what is the point of all the campaign, asking our people, going about telling our people to vote for them, and at the end of everything, so people who have voted for them, so then presently they are being chased out, or they are being given another area to go and then develop or fuse. You know, it is so annoying, and it shows that we have no.
So Jude, you quite agree now that, or you support the idea that our people should start gradual relocation now back to Biafra land. You agree with that?
Yeah, I'm 100% in
That's
agree
true.
with that.
Every Biafran, every Igbo person agrees, you know, with this particular decision. I personally agree. Let us go home.
Moderator,
sir.
Moderator, can I add something to what you said?
Go on, sir.
This is an economics meeting. We are not in politics.
Yes.
So we should take politics out. What we want to discuss is the economic survival of our people. The politics we'll discuss someday. But today, we are discussing economics.
Yes.
So that if we sent anybody in our midst, they will know that we are talking about economics. We are not talking about Biafra or secession. We are talking about economics.
Yes, and exactly. And when we talk of planning, just like it is done in Western countries, we can say somewhere in Enugu, we are going to have our motor parts, anything that has to do with mechanics, Enugu. We can say somewhere in Anambra, electronics, anything that has to do with electronics. We cannot say somewhere in Aba or Imo State, anything that has to do with building materials. So at anything you want, you know where you will go. And this is going to help in decongesting the city, the particular state.
Yeah.
So when we do this way, if you want to buy things for mechanics, you go to Enugu State, electronics Enugu, building materials Umahia, that is Abia State. Just like that. We plan very, very well. Think of distribution as well. And there must be road networks. Remember, in Biafra land right now, there are no good road networks. So these are things we are going to also plan, talk with ourselves, amongst ourselves, bring in good economic planners. We put heads together and know how we are going to do it so that our people will not suffer much. And again, just like we are saying, when we talk of planning, we also must make sure that these markets must be ready before we start relocating. Not to bring back your businesses and leave them under the sun, under the rain. No. And we also are going to make sure that we have a lot of accommodation, build hotels, houses, hostels, and what have you, so that when people come back home, they will not be stranded. These are some of the measures we are going to put in place when we talk about relocation. It does not mean just carry your wares and begin to enter Ekene Bichko or Ekes or Young and begin to rush back to Biafra land. No. It's going to take us. It's going to take time, but we are going to do it. Now, let me go to Benue State anyway, where Uchenna Okeke, where he is. Uchenna, over to you. Are you with us? Uchenna Okeke. Okay, Uchenna is not there. Judy, are you through?
No, can I add one more point?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you, fellow Biafrans. Thank you for listening me out. Now we are talking about planning. One big component of planning is funding. How are we going to fund the rehabilitation? Let me tell you all a secret you all didn't know. Before China came to Africa, China came to Igbo Association in Houston, Texas. They told us a foothold in Africa. That was in 2001. And we had a meeting in Houston. But the boys that brought him, they used to work in Wall Street Journal. Those boys were killed by that bomb, 9/11 bomb. And since then, we've not had that meeting again. So we can go to China. China is a devil. But you know you can eat with the devil if you have a long spoon. So we can go to China to help us to reactivate our seaports. And we can promise them something.
No, sir, honestly, sir, I wouldn't agree. I wouldn't agree with China. We can talk of Germany. We can talk of Germany in particular.
Anybody,
China, sir.
Anybody that will agree.
No, sir.
Anybody that will agree.
We wouldn't for any reason. Instead of China, let us remain in Lagos. I wouldn't for any reason admit that China enters Biafra land. Otherwise, we are finished. Countries that tried it have sold out all their national assets. Chinese people are not controlling everywhere. Wherever Chinese people are, you don't go close to that place. They can never employ you in any of their businesses except to use you as slave. Today I was watching a video clip. What happened in Uganda? Chinese people went there and they were mining their minerals illegally. The Ugandan minister for mines and resources, natural resources, went with his team to go and get those people arrested. The very Chinese who were mining these things in Uganda illegally started fighting this man and his entourage. Fighting this man. It happens everywhere. Excuse me, even here in Europe, wherever Chinese people have their restaurants or whatever, what they call Chinese, you know, foreigner, no black person goes there. So we wouldn't expect China to enter anywhere in Biafra land. I will be in the line too. I'm calling, please, for a second. I will be in the campaign to make sure, sir, that China does not enter Biafra land. So I'm sorry to interrupt that. We won't accept China. But Germany, any other country is okay, but not China. Yes, the speaker, please.
It is me. It is me.
Mention your name. I can hear you, but the people listeners, I wouldn't know who is talking.
It's Moneke.
I know, of course I know, but the people listening, you know.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Yeah, I think you get the gist of what we are discussing. We are talking about the location of our business.
Yes,
okay, thank you very much.
I just want to contribute on this particular issue
of
China. You know, let me just tell you something.
Yes.
If you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, and then look at what is happening in Igbo land today, you see that the effect of not having employment today is because we concentrate all our effort on importation of goods from China. Now, the question you ask yourself, who is cheating who? If you look at the number of the amount of money that we take out of the country to China and they bring in their goods, you will see that all the profit and money we are making goes to China.
Good.
But if, in actual fact, that some of these factories are built in Nigeria, and then the product are used in Nigeria, then it will give us employment and our money.
Thank you. Hold on. Thank you for saying that. Now you are saying something different from what we're discussing. If Chinese people want to market their products, we want them to have that industry or factories in Biafra land. Give us employment and we give them our terms, our conditions. But not for them to be bringing in their goods. There will be a... Okay, go on. Thank you.
Go ahead,
what you are saying is, we are still saying the same thing.
Yes.
Right.
Why I'm saying this is that we are the ones losing. And then if eventually our Biafra is actualized, and then we bring in Chinese people to buy our assets, then we will remain in slavery forever under the China. Good. And our children will remain in slavery. So, my suggestion is, if any foreigner wants to come in and invest, number one, we will have national standard organization.
Exactly.
That will be responsible for all the products that foreigners will manufacture in our country. We will give them the condition of establishing factory and managing factory.
Just like Trump is doing it to them. Just like Trump.
And then even the Germans.
Okay.
We have foreign companies here, but they are working according to their law of the land.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you cannot come here. You cannot come to our country or in Biafran land. Come into that place like what is happening in part of South Africa. Not really South Africa, but I think in Zimbabwe or Mozambique.
Zimbabwe.
Where they establish their own police force.
Zambia.
With their own uniform and police station. Where they will come into a country and block a road and say this road is China town. Nobody has right to go through that place. So these are the things, the nonsense things we cannot accept.
Tony, excuse me.
Tony, please, Tony, even in Nigeria,
Tony, please excuse me.
Where we are still part and parcel of
Tony,
them.
excuse me. Tony, excuse me.
Condoning these things.
Tony, are you aware that somewhere in Lagos there is a Chinese restaurant where they don't allow any Nigerian to enter? Are you aware of that?
Let me come to that. Anyway, let me come to that. Good. In actual fact, you have been in Europe. You have lived in Europe very well. You eat. You go after. You go for Chinese restaurant.
I don't go there again. I don't go. That was in my head.
No, let me just bring in. Let me just bring in one little thing that you will understand. You see, China. And look at China very well. China is the kind of people that are so complicated. China has a lot of things they do that you and me will not understand. We have seen in social media what is happening in China. You have seen in social media all the kind of food the Chinese people eat. And some of them
cook millipede for us.
So might not be, what we really want. So if a Chinese restaurant in Nigeria says they don't want black people, perhaps they have their reason for saying that. It might not be because of discrimination or racism or something. It might be because they have some certain things they eat in that place that a black man will not want to eat.
No. Don't excuse me. There might be hiding something. Don't excuse me. I know these Chinese people. They might be hiding certain things over there. Remember, wherever these Chinese people go, they carry money printing machine. They carry money printing machine. They go there, they print their currency, fake currency, and begin to use it in exchange for the original currency, the correct ones. They do it.
Well, that cannot be verified anyway.
It is verifiable. I have video proof of where it happened.
What I'm saying is, if I'm in Nigeria,
it happened in Ghana. It happened in Ghana a week ago.
I cannot go to any restaurant.
It happened in Ghana as well.
Moment. If I'm in Nigeria, I cannot go to any Chinese restaurant, talk less of eating in that restaurant. It is not done. I cannot do that. There is nothing that will push me to go to that kind of thing. I have seen Chinese restaurants all over the world. I have gone to places to eat, to take Chinese. Their food is not better than us. I mean, than ours. So why must I be in Nigeria and at the same time go to Chinese restaurant to eat? So instead of saying you are not allowed or you are allowed, if it is beer, I know where to go and drink beer. If it is pepper soup, I will know where to go and drink pepper soup. If it is whatever, rice, jollof rice, everything, why are people cook better food? Good. So tell me why I should now go to Chinese. So if it is in terms of vegetables, we have the best delicious vegetables that we can think about all over the world. So tell me, why must I go there? So the way I'm looking at it, those who want to go to that Chinese restaurant, perhaps they are not allowed because of maybe certain things they do there, and then they eat human being to human legs.
Excuse me.
Eat cockroaches. Even in China, they train cockroaches. Have you seen a factory where they produce cockroaches in China? So that is what I'm talking about.
A second, please. Do you know that in one of the factories in Lagos owned by Chinese people, people work there 24 hours and they pay them 800 naira?
Yeah, because Nigerian government allows that.
This is what we're saying. We're not going to allow it in Biafra. It is Nigerian government, but
it is because Nigerian government allows that.
Exactly.
Because if under normal circumstances, any company, let's take for instance German company when Volkswagen of Nigeria was in Nigeria, it was in Lagos. Yeah. I was functioning. 90% of their workforce were Nigerian. The technicians, and then they had this, head of this department who were Germans controlling and then telling them one or two things to do. But I am telling you, 90% of the workforce in Volkswagen of Nigeria in that time in Lagos were all Nigerians. The same thing happened in Pan. The same thing happened in Amnaco. So you see, they came. And at the time when they came, the laws were in place. So if Chinese are coming now to pay, okay, now we have 30,000 naira as minimum wage. And the Nigeria made it clear that workers, the minimum wage for workers is now 30,000. And the foreign company comes here and pay people 800 naira. It is the company that allows that, and it's also the workers that allows that, because if you look at it and then you see how many hours you put and how much we are paid, you have the right, you know, to learn, to go to labor ministry and then complain. It's as simple as that. But if you allow yourself to be used, it's all, I mean, it's all your problem.
Thank you so much. What we're saying is we are going to give our own terms, our own conditions, and not to allow them to be bringing finished products into Biafra land. It happened when they did it in Italy. There was cash flight, and Italy is suffering today. They will bring their own businesses, sell everything, and take back to China. See what they did again. You know, they could be very clever. I discussed this matter with two Italian ladies. What happened? Chinese people would come to Italy, obtain license to open some businesses. Italian government will give them first 6 months to operate without paying tax. First 6 months. Trial period of 6 months to operate without paying tax.
Yeah, after I'm
coming now. Just listen to me now. Just listen. After the 6 months, that particular company will close down. They are taking a lot of money back to China. They open another one, give it a different name, and start afresh. Another 6 months. After 6 months, they will close it down. Open a new one. Before Italians realized it, it was all over. We are not going to give Chinese people such impression. We are going to give condition. Just like Trump is dictating now, and the Americans are benefiting from it. We are going to borrow Trump's policy against China, and we'll make sure that we have the best. If we want to bring people to take over construction companies and whatever construction jobs, we talk to the Germans, and when they come out and build something, we know it's everlasting. This is what we're here for. I don't know if...
Ikenna, actually I disagree with you on that point, because why must I disagree with you? It does not matter the country.
Thank you.
Hold on, I will call you. I will talk. Monica is here.
Monica, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Monica is at work, and that's where it's coming from. Uchenna, okay, you're not there. Sonny, Emmanuel, I don't know if you're with us.
Container dry, non-Atlantic.
Yeah, Sonny, Emmanuel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm much around.
Okay, you have had a meeting was held in Lagos today, since today, where Igbos now agreed. Igbo businessmen and women in Lagos now agreed to relocate gradually their businesses back to Biafra land. This news has been everywhere, and people are very, very happy. What's the situation of things over there in Biafra land? How do our people welcome it?
Yeah, it's a welcome development, my brother. This is what our leader, our father, have been crying for our people to come back home. Many listen to him, but majority didn't listen to him. It's a very big welcome development that our land, the Biafran land, can be the who have been spending their time and their money in someone's land. We have a lot of lands, empty lands here in Biafra land to develop. Like the people of Alaba, they know where they have lands here. They can come down to Onitsha towards Obaside, Oba International Market. The two international markets at Oba is still undeveloped. The shops there are still locked up shops. So it's a welcome development that our people have realized that it is time for them to come back home, because there is no place like home.
Tony, hold on. Somebody's talking. Tony, hold on. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. Please.
No, Tony, hold on. Please, Tony, hold on.
Okay.
Sonny is going. Sonny, go on.
that we have a lot. We have a lot in Biafra land here. We have a lot of empty space and wishing that just going out for nothing. It is come back home. Our leader have been crying. He was really come back home and develop our land, no matter what. Only that we will listen to Juku. They came back home and their business at Nnewi. As you guys into Nnewi to come and purchase whatever they need. It's a son of Africa.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree
no
with
matter what, our people come back. There is nothing to lose.
Yeah,
there is nothing.
Hold on, please.
Anywhere we are, as long as we are the maker of particular to our house.
That is where we are having.
Please, Tony, hold on. Let him come down. Tony, hold on, please. Let
you continue.
Tony, hold on, please. Excuse me, Tony. Let him come down. Then you got the point.
Sonny. There is a point you made there, but
Tony,
don't forget that
Tony, hold on.
Every time any country develops, will be at home and others will be outside home. If we have a factory in Biafra, make our take for instance, we have electronics company in Nigeria, in Biafran land, and then we have Alaba in Lagos. The same trader in Biafra back to Alaba, which is in Lagos. We cannot, all of us cannot leave and come back to Nigeria. Talking whatever they can do, those who the weather area, bring factory to our because we are expecting to come. But those who are tenants can stay anywhere they like. Just like what we have in Benin Republic. Large number of people who are selling things or crick and everything.
Okay, Tony, hold on.
Nigeria to go to Cotonou to take it.
Tony, hold on, please.
So that,
Tony, hold on, please. Hold on a bit.
It's important.
Yeah, please let me welcome some people before the screen test them off, please. Just hold on. When they come back, you round up and then Sonny will go on. And we have to also bring in Uchenna. Okay. But before then, let me go to the dashboard or screen board rather and welcome our people who have been waiting for us. Of course, we welcome Chinedu Ezewaka, Chiboy Godwin, Amaka Benson, Charleston Okafor is saying, Dalo Omunam no Osna Akatu Dinimea in your line. There is a hand of God in it, and it is the right move for the full emancipation of our people, because Akukonso proceed because the stone that the builders have rejected shall be the head corner of the house. That is true. When they have rejected us, when we come back to Biafra land, they will look for us. That is what Charleston Okafor is saying, and we quite appreciate that particular contribution. Emeka Abo, we welcome you, of course. Biafra Monopoly Kesley, we welcome you. Let me say, Ndudi Ume, we welcome you, of course. Let me see. Biafra Man, you are there. Let me see. Prince A-I-O-L Ihekwaba, Nathan Ipoka, Tobias Anochile, John Monday, Ono Felix. Precious Solomon, you are equally there. We welcome you. Michael Angelo, Uzonna Anozie Nonso Oji. Charles Udechuku is saying, good evening, my dear people of Biafra land. Thank God for the son he gave us. That is the son is the chief doctor for Wazirike to help us actualize Biafra. I also thank those of you in the studio. God bless you all. Thank you, Charles Ujechko. God bless you too. God bless you abundantly. We shall live to see Biafra land. Then, of course, don't forget we have lizards in king's palaces like this Michael Angelo, who is an animal in human form. So, Bro Ben, we welcome you, Chinedu, Chinezi, and lots more people. So, we welcome all of you and we say hearty welcome. Now, please, let me go to those who have been waiting. Tony, hold up, please. Sonny, Emmanuel, hold on a bit. Let me welcome Uchenna. Okay. Uchenna, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you've been having the discussions here. What are your own contributions regarding this relocation of our businesses back to Biafra land? Gradually, of course. What do you have to say? After this, we go to the next topic.
Yeah, can I also because we network kind of things so and things based on whatever. On a better also we don't know what's in Qatar. Both go only stand about it. Maka unai abun na mbadi makacha dika also kwani water na Thomas Nigeria when make I was Nigeria yeah, being look at right. When we get saying, but I on a taba was good. Goes on get it. The car and was way back with and
Yeah, Uchenna, it's quite unfortunate we are not touching you.
and I know nine mbande haji sike mo ebuga
Yeah, Uchenna, the service is breaking over there. We cannot get you. It's not flowing at all. We give the benefit of the doubt when it is a better.
Yeah, but I'm hearing him very well here.
Yeah, do you understand what he's saying?
I am hearing him and I am understanding all the things he's saying.
Okay. Uchenna, go on.
I want Papa. Ndị na-arụpụta ihe dị iche iche ma na ka ha agba mbọ bịa gbubere ụlọ ngwa na Biafra adadata ndị na-azụ ahịa na mpaghara ụwa niile ọkachasị ndị na Naịjirịa ndụ ihe ndị a na ha na-anụ ha na-ekwu ebe na ha na-anụ ha na-ekwu na mbụ na-eme gị iji ewe nọ na ọzọ na ụlọ ndụmọdụ ha bikodo isika nakwa Tony maka ndị nke nọ Amerịka ndị gara Germany nsonye anyị ndụmọdụ atabanụ anaghị asọmụ ihe ọma ndị a dị nsọ nọ maka na ihe ndị a na papa n'otu ihe si wedo na akụkọ ibe biko na nna ya unu nataba nwayọ awụ na anyị gbara gịrịgịrị natabanụ ma
Yeah, thank you very much, Uchenna. Tony, hold on, please. Tony, I would like to. Tony, hold on, please. let me give Sonny 1 minute
Yes, we have that
to round up
tomorrow.
what he was saying, and then Tony, you come on board.
Office
Sonny,
is there. You will come
round up what you were saying. Which I don't know if you're talking to us or talking to someone somewhere.
And the security will take you there. You go.
Yeah,
Please.
thank you, my brother. Like what I was saying before, based on what Tony said, I want to give him one instance. I want to give an instance like Ibeto company. Ibeto has a very large company in Lagos. But at the same time, Ibeto came to Nnewi and built a factory. It was from that Ibeto produced both food bread and moved to his
yes, very good.
You bring the company, you can have this. You can have distributors at Lagos, Kanu.
Very good, very good. Yes.
Many of them has their company at Nnewi. Because when you have your things at home, they come for you. But when you have it elsewhere, that is not in support of you, like take for instance of what is happening in Lagos now, like the trade fair we are talking about, what the Yorubas are doing for Igbos if it in Igbo land here, nobody will come on, no government will come and stop the traders that either you relocate, you got. See the advantage of having your things in your own land. It's good to come home. Time without number. When there was killings of Igbos in Kano, our leader sent a lot of residents, but see our people, even if you have money to come back home, he said to come back home. That we have a lot of place in Igbo land. We have a lot of business to do in Igbo land. We have many things to run in Igbo land, to develop our land. Our land is still undeveloped. So even if, I'm not saying that all Igbos should come back from Lagos, that they should leave Lagos, that they should leave what they don't know. But
that's right, that's right. Very good.
To your own, you have to develop, you have a lot to bring out from your own land. That is the most important thing. That is the way of this. And if our people can realize themselves, they can
Sonny.
Let them come back. When you produce, you shift to others. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tony, hold on, please. Tony, hold on. You see, Sonny, actually, the time, let me say, hold on, please, let me pick a caller here. Yeah, that is Kinsley Amumaka, who's online with us. Kinsley, you are welcome to the program. Hello, Kinsley.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, and you're welcome to the program. So, Kinsley is online. Let us give him a chance to speak because being online takes a lot of money from Biafra land. Now, Kinsley, we are discussing. Of course, we have a lot of people online. We are discussing this issue of relocating our businesses from Lagos to Biafra land. So when we thank God that our people had the meeting in Lagos today. Here they took a decision that there will be a gradual relocation of all our businesses back to Biafra land. So immediately I got the information. I contacted the Biafra seat of power at Owerri. I had audience with Chief Dr. Rafu Mazinike, the Biafra leader. And he advised that we should inform our people in Lagos, don't sell off whatever is their property in Lagos. They remain for you, they remain for us. Just like in other parts of the world. But they can start bringing back their businesses back to Biafra land. So, now our people have agreed to do this. What are your views?
Okay, thank you, sir. It has been a long time I hear from you people. It's once again to give the opportunity to speak to you people. May God bless you all in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yes, my view is this. it is good for we to locate our business to Biafra land. One, because what happened very on Monday, it says is that start to the war, because Nigeria is telling us that we are not one. For we to take our business to Biafra land, our leaders there call themselves the governor, let me use that term, sir. They should try to help us. What I mean by helping us, they should try to come together and know that the West or Nigeria don't like us with Biafrans. They should try to develop a land for all that we should come and beat the shots. Individually, we can come. Example, now let me use. My money was, I spend money in trade fair, but I don't have shop. When they start trade fair, I spend 280,000, but up to today, they have not given me shop. I will not die. If they carry that idea, say, okay, if it's any part of Igbo land, or wherever, Anambra, Enugu, let the government map out a big land, like more than this trade fair. We should call example now. If it's Anambra, the trade fair. Enugu should be as Alaba International. We should make provision all these things. I am the first person to take my business here. Even though it's not going to be easy to locate, but I will be the first person. But I know Biafra. I want to die in Biafra now. I don't know what Biafra will do for me. What I myself will do for a Biafra, that Biafra nation will come to reality. Let them help us to say, okay, we want to give you this land, come and be your shop. We are going to advise you. You want to be a territorial design, come, we are going to do it. Then you see, gradually, the Biafra will be going. What is holding us from my own view? There is no seaport in Biafra now, and that is affecting us. There is no seaport in Biafra now. That is affecting. When there is going to be seaports, I tell you, to all these businesses coming to Nigeria, they will cheating to Biafra land, and others. I put an agent to go and near container in Wharf. They are going to container, example, 500 pounds to prepare one container. Go to Biafra land. It's how much? 1.5 million. Who is cheating you? They are cheating us. From Enugu to India, in flight, they cost 750. But here in Nigeria, Lagos, it's 350. So they don't want anything about Biafra. The Biafra. We should put ourselves together. Let's work to develop our Biafra land, because that is the land that will help the whole Africa. If I'm not mistaken, we will help the world. The world will come and tell Biafra land, because Nigeria is answering Nigeria today. It's really Biafra. Without Biafra, nobody knows Nigeria is a business country. That's my conclusion for us.
Yeah, exactly. You really hit the nail on the head, and we quite agree with you. Some of the points you mentioned out were indeed given to us before, or let me say earlier on by Dr. Peter Ejika from America. Like you pointed out, we are prepared to relocate, but not to be done in a hurry. We are going to make sure that all our seaports are functioning, even if all of them are not functioning, but at least one. We shall make sure that also that our airports are functioning. From there, we can move down to any part of the world, bring in our goods. Of course, we are going to have road networks, build houses, or let me say other infrastructure to accommodate our people. If we do all these things, I think then the final location will start. We know there's a kind of conspiracy against us. We know, we quite understand. We don't need an oracle to remind us that there is a conspiracy against us, but take it or leave it. Whenever we get back to Biafra land, all these problems shall be over. We quite agree that it's not easy to relocate, but once we start, we're going to make sacrifices. And after making the sacrifices, we are going to be the principal beneficiaries at the end of the day. This is what everybody is talking about. Thank you very much for that wonderful contribution. Let me come back to Germany here. I don't know, Mike Okaha, are you there? Mike Okaha is in Germany. He was online briefly. I don't know if he's still there. Mike Okaha. Okay, if Mike is not there, Tony Moneke. Yeah, with us now. Tony, go on with your contribution.
Yeah, like, okay. Is Okaha there?
Please. It's like Ejika is online. It's calling on you. Moderator.
Okay.
Moderator.
Yes.
Can I say something?
Okay, sir. Go on.
Thank you, fellow Biafran. The government in eastern Nigeria today, of the people, The government we have is the government that everyone now understood. They represent our people. I know the government of their state. It was funded by man. So anything that we are discussing to develop Eastern Nigeria should be done privately. Don't bring up.
Yes, we are not going to discuss it openly here at all. We are not going to discuss it in the open at all.
Yeah.
Everything shall be done.
Yeah, but we don't want the government. We will do it by us. If you say government, it will never be done. So
Exactly.
don't say, hey, government will give you land.
No. We are not banking on Nigerian government at all, or even state government.
I mean Nigerian state government.
Yes, we're going to do private. Exactly, individual. Exactly, I agree with you. There will be a kind of concession. Now, Valentine Bugoji, Port Harcourt, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Valentine Bugoji from Port Harcourt, are you just? Valentine Bugoji, no, he's not there. Okay, Tony Monica, over to you.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Valentine.
Yes, good evening.
Okay, welcome. We are talking about relocation of our businesses. What do you have to say? Please, people should do me the favor. If you are listening, don't allow your speaker to be too loud, because everything I'm saying is echoing back here. Please, gentlemen, let us help ourselves.
Good evening, everybody. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I have to say about the relocation of people is done gradually. We know it is not easy for one to leave a state of abode to a new destination. It takes a lot of time, for you to relocate, and also new, just like somebody that starting but if you can start from a kind of a branch and start developing it, and before you know it, that becomes, before you can now talk of a final relocation. So what I am talking about tonight is that our people should start thinking towards home. Our people should start doing what towards home, thinking on how to do what to relocate, because we know the aim is not our own. So thinking on a way to relocate, a way to a place where we will be relaxed. Not that we are relaxing, maybe not to move forward, no, but we will be relaxed in bringing in out our potential, that which is in us, because we know that we are people that God put in potentials in us. There are so many things that we are deposited in us that we need to showcase to the world. But because of the policies in the country where we find ourselves, we were not able to show the potential to the world. Now, people that were kept at a place, not being able to move, bring that is in you. But if we were able to get that which we are fighting for, I believe that the sky will be our limit. We can do that which will marvel the world. Such things are in this world. So that is what I have to say tonight. So what I am saying is this: our people should start thinking towards kind of gradual relocation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. From Port Harcourt. Now, Tony, are you there? No. Fellow compatriots, don't forget, we are broadcasting to you from the studios of the Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority, city of Munich, Germany. Ikenna Obibiagon is my name. And we are broadcasting to you under the auspices of the bim-massob family, led by His Excellency the Biafra leader and Ijele Ndibo, Chief Dr. Rafa Wazirike. we have this platform for them to use it and discuss matters of common interest. We are discussing about Igbo, Lagos, and our businesses. Now, we have agreed we are going to relocate all our businesses, but how do we do it? Are we going to do it in a hurry? Information, of course, advice I received from the seat of power this morning from Chief Dr. Afo Wazirike is to inform our people not to be in a hurry to sell off their assets or their infrastructure like houses and what have you. No. We leave them, they belong to us. Even if we come back to Biafra land, all of us are not going to come back to Biafra land. Some will still remain in Lagos. After all, we live in Germany, in Europe, let me say in London, in Japan, in America, here and there. So we'll still be in Lagos. That is true. Even if it means staying there with a visa, it doesn't matter. So, of course, there won't be visa because it's part of the ECOWAS. Now, what we're saying is this. For us to begin gradual relocation, we are going to plan, and we're going to plan very, very well, not to give it a fire brigade approach. We are going to make sure we have road networks around Biafra land. What steps are we going to take to make sure we have road networks in Biafra land? We're also going to make sure we are going to compel all our states and the national legislators to make sure that the government of Nigeria, since we are still part and parcel of it, make sure that our seaports, our airports are functioning to enable us utilize them in our importations, to enable us fly from Europe down to Enugu or Port Harcourt to Calabar or to Owerri direct, without stopping anywhere in Lagos and paying tolls, whatever you call it. So we are going to make sure we have such infrastructure. We're also going to make sure that we have accommodation facilities. We are going to build more houses, hostels, hotels, and what have you, so that when our people gradually begin to come back home, they will not be stranded outside. There must be accessibility. And equally, we are going to make sure that we decongest our businesses. If we are going to face Enugu, Enugu might take care of mechanics. Anambra might take care of electronics. Abia might take care of building materials. Cross Rivers might take care of whatever, anything at all, depending. Industries of any nature. Bayelsa, Port River State, Delta State, we are going to make sure that we distribute all these things. So that whatever you want to buy, you know where you'll be going to. It does not mean there won't be other skeletal businesses accommodated within these particular zones. No. But the bulk of them will be decongested into various zones to enable our people to perform very, very well. And as we are planning, we are going to make some sacrifices. Of course, we're going to make sacrifices. It's not going to be an easy thing, but we're going to succeed. It's a matter of time. Our children will be affected, our women, our mothers, our sisters, our brothers will be affected. But this is part of the sacrifice. And once we make it, there will be a time we are going to rejoice. It's a matter of time. All these people will start coming to Biafra land to beg us. When they come, they are going to live in our houses. They are going to sleep in our hotels. They are going to eat our food. They are going to ride our Okada, our keke napep and what have you. It's going to be an economic boom. It's going to be an economic boom for Biafra land. Take it or leave it. We might be suffering now, but at the appropriate time, we are going to enjoy the full benefits of what we have today. So, let us take a bit of Biafra music and we continue from there. Okay, let us take the audience time music. Before we proceed, let us welcome Okechukwu Monica Chibuzo Aguronye Igbokwe Ejike Uche Abo. Of course, thank you, Igbokwe Ejike, for saying God is great for Biafrans. Eligwe Ugo Eze, you are welcome. Uzonna Anozie, you are also welcome. We are very much happy that the issue of relocation has started. Everybody is indeed happy. John Ugu, of course, we welcome you. Of course, for the time of God is online for what I got, I can see on the screen. So, what we are saying that every Biafran is happy. Yeah, thank you very much for that interlude of Biafran music. We are discussing issues that concern Biafrans, Igbos, their contributions and needs. Of course, we have given enough, to that. We are happy, we are relocating, but it's going to take time. It's a gradual process. But what is important is that we have decided to relocate down to Biafra land. It might take a year, it might take 5 years, it might take 10 years. Any number of years, we don't bother. But what is important is let us start the journey and we must surely get to our own destination. Now, fellow compatriots, all along we have been getting messages, information that herdsmen are still stampeding Enugu, Ebonyi, and parts of Anambra states. Much as these are issues that are very, very important, but for security reasons, we have to suspend it. We are not going to discuss measures we are going to adopt to contain the excesses of these marauding herdsmen. We wouldn't discuss it here. You have to understand me. So instead, let us discuss, give you update for the Biafra seat of power. Now, some people have been asking over the months, over the weeks, by way of comparison, what are the achievements of the bim-massob family in this our struggle? We are not here to contest with anybody. No. We are not contesting with anybody or here to give account of stewardship to anybody. But we just deem it necessary that we have to keep our people informed so that they will begin to believe us. Those of you who watched our screen yesterday would have seen that we posted a lot of buildings under construction. Some of these buildings are going to serve as administrative blocks during Biafra. The crew of the vobi BBA visited Anambra South. They discussed with the workers over there. They interviewed them. They had video clips of the building constructions there. Administrative blocks, Biafra government administrative blocks at Anambra South. This is part of achievements preparatory for final Biafra independence. From there, the crew of the vobi moved down to Olo, where they also had a brief interaction with the workers on ground on the site, where we are also constructing administrative blocks. Remember, once we finally achieve our independence, we are not going to function outside under the rain, under the sun. We must function inside administrative blocks. And this is what the bim-massob family, at the instruction or supervision of Chief Dr. Wazeke, is doing right now to make sure we have expansive structures to accommodate our people during the time civil service works will start in Biafra land. So from there, they moved down to Were, where the story is the same, and they brought us, video clips of the gigantic buildings being constructed in all these places. These are credits to the bim-massob family, and there is no other group, there is no other pretentious group that is doing what the bim-massob family is doing to make sure that when Biafra comes finally, we will not be lacking some of these basic infrastructures. Like we have always told you, we don't roam around Europe or Asia making noise. We don't roam. We come back to Biafra land where the people are. We interact with them. We do certain things there for them to see with their naked eyes. And as we construct all these buildings, people are working there, earning a living. Men are there working, earning salaries. Not just salaries, but they are being paid for their job well done. And these monies they receive help them in their families. So this is how and what we do to make sure we assist our people one way or the other. For other groups, we are beginning to ask you what do you also have for this our Biafra. It's not enough to say we are a group, we're a group, and day in, day out, you begin to continue to make noise on social media, what have you. Come back to Biafra land and show us what you are capable of doing. Apart from that, we have already constructed the Biafra seat of power. The Biafra seat of power, of course, we are having every facility infrastructure being put in place, and in the coming days, or let me say a week or two, we are going to start full-blown Biafra independence administration. This is what we are saying. Now, let me go to the members of the crew to hear their, to get their views over there. I start from Germany here, where no, let me start from Sonny Emmanuel Mwabisi, who was on the ground. Sonny, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm much around.
Yeah, with the members of the crew, you went to Anambra South, you went to Olu, you went to all these zones to interact with our people on the ground at our various sites, doing wonderful jobs. So, could you tell fellow Biafrans exactly what your findings were? And I would advise or appeal to members who are listening, please tune down the volume of your set. Tune down the volume of your set. Do not allow this broadcast to echo back to me here. It is causing a lot of distraction. Sonny, over to you, please.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Ikenna.
So we're not hearing you at all.
Hello, can you hear me?
Please, everybody should check their background. Please check your background, gentlemen. If you can't check your background and this discussion continues, I'm going to log out everybody. It's not a threat. Please check your background. Let there be peace. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. As I am saying, it's a wonderful thing for us to visit some of the general secretaries in Biafra land. I really appreciate God who have been making everything possible for the members of bim-massob to carry out every good thing for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra. During the visitation, despite that it is not a meeting day, but our members who are not around make sure that they came to witness about the efforts they have been putting in place for the nation Biafra. I will really appreciate each and every zone we visited.
Always go with this. Always go with this.
Tony Monica, please.
They give us the promise that before time expected for the finishing of the work, that they must accomplish this every work.
Sonny, we're not hearing you at all. What is going on, Sonny? We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
It's only when you ask questions can we hear you. That's when we hear you. Outside that, we don't hear you again.
I don't know. Is this
Are you staying away from your phone? If you are staying away from your phone.
I'm using my phone directly.
Okay.
Very close to me.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, please.
So, like what I said, what is taking place in Biafra land. Like for instance, I can remember what happened some time ago, about 3 years ago, when the American Consul General visited the Biafran headquarters, Biafran seat of power, in the person of John Bray. This is White House. So that's our leader more. White House is in America. So he's now giving us comparison. The structure you saw in Biafran seat of power, he gives us comparison with the one in the White House, because of what is put in place. And the same thing is happening to various zones in Biafran land, because our leaders told us we are a special people and we make our things special for people to emulate from us. Since just before yesterday, this headquarters secretariat has been placed on the internet. Many of those enemies, because we have enemies in the name of our brothers, in fact, they are panicking, they are crying. Within them, at least, I can say they are even shitting on their clothes. So, it's a great development. I thank God Almighty who have made all these things to take place. We will visit more other zones to show you more about the work going on
here. Sorry, gentlemen, the disturbance is much from your angles. Tony, please, Tony Monaco, check your setting. Check your setting. There is much distortion coming from there. The signal is there. Please, Tony, help us. Sorry, over to you. Are you Sonny?
Moderate,
okay, sir.
I'm trying to ask something. Can I?
Okay, sir.
Interview a little bit.
Yes, sir. Go on.
Yeah, fellow Biafrans, we appreciate the efforts of being and all other Biafran groups. But I wish to tell all Biafrans that when the actualization and the realization of Biafra is consummated, there will be an audit. Nigeria calls this probe, no? I, personally, am a certified public accountant. I will organize a group, we will audit Wazirike, we will audit...
excuse me, sir. I think, sir, we are not discussing auditing here now. We are discussing issues of common interests. Please, we are not discussing that anything like auditing now. Let us get to Biafra land first, sir. Yeah, because if we begin to think of this or this or that, we are going to cause a lot of distractions. I know you said some time ago that we are going to audit Kano. Yeah, people, his own group members are saying that, but let us not bring it here as topic, please, sir. I apologize.
It's everybody.
Yes, I know, but we are not going to discuss. Let us not discuss such topic here. That's not the essence of this evening's broadcast.
Please, sir, we are not going to audit somebody who is using his money to develop.
Exactly.
To make sure that
nobody is paying the Biafra.
We are not paying him.
Exactly.
We are not paying him. If there is going to be an audit for Kano, the people who are paying Kano will visit him and tell them the money they are paying. I have not seen Wazirike collecting from anybody or his members. So if you include him, he is spending his money.
Exactly.
And are you going to audit him on the amount of
Biafra diaspora is not paying him any money. Biafra diaspora has not contributed a dime in Biafra to bim-massob. They have not contributed a dime. I stand on ground on what I say. Diaspora Biafra has never contributed a dime, and there will be no basis for Biafra diaspora to talk of auditing anybody. You audit somebody you have given money to. When you talk of Kano, okay, because diaspora contributed, that is true. But to bim-massob family, there is no Biafra diaspora that has contributed a dime. And that's why we shouldn't discuss it at all. So rather, Chief Dr. Rafu Wazirike is using his own money to develop Biafra land. If we go to Biafra seat of power Owerri, we see how many billions sank on the ground. Who contributed it? From who? That is a question. So this is why we have to give kudos to him and not to discuss such issue here, please, sir. We really sincerely apologize for the interruption.
Please, can we just know the angle he is coming from? Because if you cut him up short, we might not know the angle he's coming from.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that it's not our topic for today. It's not our topic.
So that, okay, then you don't need to continue discussing on that issue until it becomes a topic.
Exactly.
Because if you cut him short and you continue on that, like I said, I made a short statement that we can only anybody that uses his money, we cannot somebody money when we did tribute
exactly
about you, and then stand that this money paid salary. Remember,
of course, he pays salary. He builds a moratorium, veterans, rehabilitating them.
I didn't continue with what you are saying.
So we are not owing him. Gentlemen, let us not that. I don't want to go into that at all. Let us not go into that. It can be a topic. Please, let us go back to the main topic of the day. This information we're talking about, please.
What the is saying is that at this particular time, it is not our discussion.
It's not embedded in our discussion.
That's what he's saying.
This was what they said. What Dr. Ikedipe said. And today Dr. Ikedipe is dead. And all the different assets are gone. I respect you all.
Yes, sir. Anybody in possession of different assets, we are going to ask questions, but not those who are using their own assets. Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir, for understanding where we're coming from. So, gentlemen, we are discussing here the issue concerning relocation of our businesses, and I think we have really done justice to that. We have taken 2 good hours for this topic, and that is what we did for the broadcast, 2 hours. Let me finally welcome, of course, those who are coming right now. Chinedu Joseph, I welcome you before Prince Sonny. Ishmael Osigwe, welcome you. Also, Stephen, we also welcome you. Say thank you so much for saying, keep it up. The God of Biafra is alive. God bless all of us. Joy Kenneth, you are also there. We welcome you. Okay, John, we welcome you. Chiboy Sid Ike, we welcome very many of you who are with us in this evening broadcast. The topic has been the good news that our people in Lagos have decided to relocate their businesses. It's going to take time, of course. It's going to be there is going to be a lot of sacrifices, but at the end of the day, we are going to be better off. Gentlemen of the crew, I'm sure we have come to the end of this particular discussion, and we thank all of you for the contributions you made. Let me give each and every one of you 1 minute each. 1 minute to make final conclusion. Okay. 1 minute. Jude Chijoke. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ikenna. Well, it's just quite unfortunate that I was unable to comment on the last topic. But from the so far, I've been able to see the video that has been posted online regarding of a Biafran Zonal Secretariat. That is a very big kudos. I must say to the Biafran bim-massob family, well done. It shows that the Biafran volunteer generated tax are in action, and it shows that Biafra will never ever smell or, in any way be corrupt. It shows that whatever little money that was generated is being used for the right purpose. So I will commend all bim-massob family and all other groups that are fighting along for Biafran total freedom to keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Ikem.
Thank you, Jude. Uchenna, okay, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, last comments.
Okay, Chineke emegbu amara na ụbọchị nke taa ụmụnna ya n'ugbo nọ ya ama m na ndị na-ekwu.
Go on, please.
Okay, dịka anyị si ekwu, anyị ka na-ekwu ofe ụgwọ onye ọbụla isi ike ebe ọbụla ị nọ n'ugwu, ị nọ na ndịda, ị nọ n'ụsọ, ị nọ n'akụkụ, ebe ọbụla ị nọ, ihe na-ekwu ya bụ otu ọ ga-esi wee dịrị ndị afa na mma. Nke ọ bụla ị na-eme ijisi ike, na-echeta ngwa ngwa ị na-eme nke a, ebe anyị na-achọ, anyị ga-achọta ya. Udo dịrị onye ọbụla n'aha Jizọs.
Thank you very much. Valentine Ugoji. Valentine Ugoji.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah.
I want to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. I want to thank our fellow Biafrans who are with us tonight, who listen to tonight's broadcast. And I also want to thank the crew members who visited various zones to cover up the structures that were put on ground. It shows that our money is being used judiciously. I want to say they God bless bim-massob family. Even when I know they will still come to Port Harcourt because we've erected a structure, we are about to define it, so that the world will also know that bim-massob is also erecting a structure in River State and also in all the zones in Biafra land. And if you can see, yesterday we buried one of our own. It was also instead of We recorded it. It was on Facebook and also on WhatsApp. So I want to thank everybody. I say may God bless us all in Jesus' name.
Amen. Sonny,
Yeah, thank you, my brother. I want to thank each and every one of us who have participated tonight. And at the same time, I want to appeal, maybe like what Dr. Edrika was saying, we would have allowed him to come up. Then we now have the final say to address him and tell him why topic is No, I'm just making a suggestion. Maybe by next time we allow him to come out openly. Then, if we can treat the matter, we treat the matter. If we cannot treat the matter, we tell him that the matter cannot be treated here. So let it be in line that we know what we are doing. We are not against anyone's opinion. Come up with your opinion, then we treat the matter. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, then Tony Moneke.
Yeah, it's still exactly what Sonny have just made mention of. Actually, we cut off Chief Ejirika simply because the discussion is not in tune with what we are, the agenda of today. But I still believe that we will make out a time, to allow him to expatiate more on what he has just said, because it is also very important that he tells us, in explicit manner, what he meant by that. Maybe what we are thinking is not exactly what he is thinking. We will allow him to expatiate and then tell us what he meant by what he has just said. So, like I'm saying now, please, what we are in any structure we are erecting. So now, make this left. That all those structures will be in various places in order to boost our existence in all our Biafran lands.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now let us go to Dr. Ejirika to give us his last comment. But on that issue, we have to bend it till another time. So
yeah, good. That's right.
So Dr. Ejirika, please, over to you. Last comment.
Are you winding up now?
Yes, sir. So what you can give us a kind of
I thought you said we had 3 points, and I seem like we discussed only 2.
In fact, the first topic took the whole hours. The other one is this issue of our legislators. We are going to fix in the next 2 days to discuss the contributions of our legislators in making sure that all our seaports and airports are functioning. We keep it on Tuesday. We are going to have a broadcast Tuesday, not tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fellow Biafrans, I thank you all for at least respect in this webcast. It's always nice for people to discuss, even when they disagree. But the absence of communication creates a lot of problems. The problem still goes with our that Africans don't like communication, and the Igbo man likes communication. So that is the conflict. So I am very much grateful to for making available to us, and then also very much appreciative of every one of you that participated and contributed an idea. For instance, we know now that everybody is in support of rehabilitation, and that the rehabilitation would be piecemeal and would be planned, not just drop people out and plant them somewhere. No, it has to be pre-planned.
Thank you very much, Judith Choke. Thank you so much, Uchenna. Thank you, Dr. Ejirika. Thank you, Valentine Ugoji. Thank you, Tony Moneke. Thank you, Sonny Emmanuel Mwabisi. Thank you, gentlemen on the screen and ladies, of course, who have taken time for the past 2 hours to be part of this particular program. We quite appreciate all their contributions in writing We also thank you, Kinsley Agumaka, who took time to give us a call, and to many others whose names I have not been able to mention, subject to severe limitations of time. We thank all of you 1,000 times. We have been broadcasting to you from the city of Munich, Germany, the studios of the Voice of Biafra International and the Biafra Broadcasting Authority. We have been here to inform you on the decision reached by the Igbo people today and yesterday in Lagos on the possibility of relocating our businesses back to Biafra land, where we know they are going to be secured. We are tired of being, headed and hounded here and there, year in, year out. But the moment we get back to Biafra land, all these things shall become history, shall be things of the past. We want a situation where we get to Biafra land and be at home with ourselves, where we are going to give meaning to our own existence, where we are going to determine our present, our future, where we are going to give terms and conditions to those who want to do business with us, where we are going to build infrastructure that will accommodate Biafran interests and allow our friends and foes to come to be part of the benefits, provided they pay the necessary price. We are talking about a situation where we shall enjoy the conviviality of nature in Biafra land, where everything that we shall have there shall be Biafra oriented. We are going to delve into manufacture. Everything you can think of, mechanics, technology, medicine, agriculture, name them. We are going to get ourselves involved. We want a situation where we are going to catch the children young at a very tender age and prepare them for Biafra's future. This is what we are going to do. We are going to go to countries that are well developed and know how, why they are so well developed. Those things that are good, we are going to bring to Biafra land. Those that are not good, we are going to discard. It will be a situation where we are going to enjoy the Biafra independence. At that point in time, we shall now look back to the past and begin to thank every member of the crew that was instrumental to Biafra independence, more especially the Biafra leader, Chief Dr. Rafo Wazirike, and equally to Dr. Peter Ejirika, who has always taken time from the States of America to be part of the program, even though he fought the Biafran war, he has never given up, and is still well-inspirited to make sure that Biafra comes to be. We thank him 1,000 times. Like I said earlier on, for the studios, Voice of Biafra International, City of Munich, Germany, this is Ikenna Obibiagon saying good evening and good night. We must also appreciate Joy Terry, who has been monitoring us from Canada. We thank you 1,000 times. And also Mba Kinsley, who just joined us. We also thank Ugochukwu Okoye and James Ziggy. We We say welcome and thank you until next time.